What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of That Savage Kitchen. On today's episode, we are going to be making some spaghetti. So shout out to Eminem because we are going to be making mama spaghetti. We are going to be making my mom's famous spaghetti because her recipe is not like any other recipes. And I straight up mean that. No one has ever made spaghetti like she does. So shout out to my moms for another great recipe. But without further ado, let's waste no time. So make sure y'all leave a like, comment down below, share with your friends and your family, because trust me, you gonna want to try this recipe. But other than that, let's get started. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get into it. But first, we are going to start off with onions, bell peppers, and garlic. These are the main ingredients that you are going to need. And yes, these garlic are packaged. It's cool. I've never seen that. But these are the main ingredients you're going to need for this recipe. Next, we're going to barrel cut our bell peppers. If you don't know what that is, it's when you cut the top off and you cut the ends and then you cut the side and you just barrel cut it like this. This is the easiest way to cut bell peppers. Stop cutting it the other way like y'all be doing. Y'all know what y'all doing. But I'm gonna use a whole bell pepper. We're gonna mince it up into tiny little pieces like this. And this is just gonna give it more flavor. Next, get you half of a yellow onion. So what we're gonna do is a new method. It's not new, but people usually don't do this. We're gonna cut it across like this all the way to the top. Then we're gonna cut straight down just like this. And then now after we cut it down all the way like this, then we just go straight down and look. Your onions are easily minced up instead of doing it the other way, the long way. After we cut up our vegetables, we're gonna put that to the side and get our meat. So what I'm gonna use today is ground turkey. Growing up, my mom always used ground turkey. We didn't use ground beef, and I think it tastes better. These are the seasonings you're gonna need to get that spaghetti is beautiful, delicious flavor. So I suggest using these. So today we whipping out that cast iron skillet and we're gonna add some olive oil. And then we're gonna turn up our heat, let that brown. Then I add 3 cloves of minced garlic, and then we're just gonna let that toast a little bit. After we have let our garlic toast, we are gonna add our ground turkey and we're gonna let that cook for a little bit. So while that's cooking, we are gonna start adding our seasonings. It's a lot of seasonings, so y'all know what to add. So add these seasonings. After we got our ground turkey well seasoned, we just gonna mix everything up and we are gonna let it all cook. Now it's time to add our veggies, our onions, and our bell peppers, and we just gonna mix that in and let that cook and reduce. Next, I use Ragu's onion and garlic sauce. And I know what y'all are saying, why ain't I make my own sauce? Y'all gotta remember, this is mom spaghetti. So what my mom does is she adds 2 cans of sauce and adds a little bit of water into it, and then she adds some sugar. So what I did was I added half a cup of some granulated sugar. You can obviously add more or less if you want it to be sweet or not, but after that we are gonna mix everything up. Then turn the temperature down to a medium low. After that, make sure you taste your food. If you are not tasting it and not adjusting what you need to do, like I did, add more sugar, then you messing yourself up. You always gotta taste as you go. That is very important. So we're gonna stir the pot, make sure everything gets combined, and y'all see it start to bubble, so y'all know that it is almost ready. But with any pasta dish, you have to garnish. So thank you for my green thumb that I have had recently, and I grew some basil. And yes, it's flowering at the top, but it's recent, so it's not gonna change the flavor. But we are gonna get some sweet basil and use it as a garnish for that spaghetti. So we're gonna take some basil leaves and we are going to place it like this, make it a little fancy. Now work on our pasta. Y'all know how to make pasta, I don't gotta teach y'all, but one thing I do to my pasta is that minced garlic and basil and olive oil. So after that, we are gonna take some basil to garnish on top of our pasta, and I'm just gonna cut it up finely like this. So after we have cooked our noodles for 8 minutes, we are going to now plate it. Make it a little fancy if you want to. Add your noodles on top. Then we're going to top it off with that thick sauce. Y'all see how thick it is and meaty. I do not play around. We ain't doing those spaghetti and meatballs because you don't need to. Add some Parmesan on top, the grated one. Then we're going to add some fresh grated Parmesan. Then we are going to top it with our basil for some more color. And there you go. That is how you make mom spaghetti. Mom, thank you for this recipe, and thank you for making the best spaghetti ever. Thank you so much. I love you, and other than that, I'm out.